Hey guys, welcome back to Prep Talk on Prepping in Progress. It's been a few weeks since we did a prep talk, and well, got a few things to talk about. SHOT Show just got back, and just life, the universe, and the pursuit of pink flamingos. So, stay with me. As usual, let's start our prep talks with a word of prayer. So, if you're able, bow your heads with me. Merciful Father, I want to lift up all my veterans to you today, especially the ones with PTSD and other issues who are going through a rough time. I want to lift all of our viewers who are having challenges in their lives, who have had to dip into their preps, whether it be the loss of a job or a change in station. Please be with them, help them, and see them through. Amen. I owe you guys an apology. It's been 5 weeks since the prep talk's gone up. I've been dealing with some stuff at home and in my personal life that pretty much wiped me out. So, I think most of that's squared away. So, we're back in action. Did not put up a prep talk while I was in Vegas on SHOT Show, and I probably should have. But it was an incredible experience, and I wanted to share some of that with y'all. While back on Facebook, I believe, I made a really cryptic post about, something really incredible just happened, and yeah, I'll share details later. The gentleman that I was with told me, we've all had our trip where we choose something special. We all do. We want you to choose something. And I looked at the Mobster Museum. I looked at quite a few other things and could not come up with something to do. You're going to be in Vegas, you're going to be at the Strip, you're going to see all kinds of strange things. What do? You've got the Hoover Dam, you've got all kinds of interesting historical places nearby. And I started looking through the city, and I just could not come up with something. And then I remembered a few weeks later that there was a martial artist that I had enjoyed his movies back in the mid-90s, and I began to wonder if he was still based out of Vegas. Oh, Google's a wonderful thing. Started doing some checking. And it turns out that he has a school there. His worldwide network of schools are based out of his school in Vegas. And being the 40-something-year-old child that I am, I popped off on their Facebook page. Hey, I am a martial artist. I'm an Aikidoist in Arkansas. Is there a chance that I can visit the school? And there was a reply. Hey, sure, come on out. Here's a number. Let's talk. And we made arrangements. And so I got to train for a night at Jeff Speakman's Kenpo 5.0 homeschool in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kenpo is a form of karate that focuses on getting off the line of attack, combinations, and Mr. Speakman has taken that and made it even more combat effective. I love Aikido. I'm all about the Aikido, but I must say that I was impressed, and I was sore after the first night, and I did not go back the second and third night like I had planned. I will admit that once we got back to the hotel, I spent a lot of time in the hot tub. And most everything, except for a couple of blocks, was familiar to me from my time in karate. But a part of the Kenpo system is they seem to start you with combinations and multiple strike combinations from the very beginning. And I'm throwing up pictures as we talk. And a thrill of the trip was that Mr. Speakman happened to be in the dojo that night. And after the class, well, first of all, we arrived early. And so I jumped into the beginner class and survived that. And Mr. Speakman came out and said, "Look, guys, I'm getting these guys ready to test. I don't have a lot of time to do personal instruction. You're welcome to stay and try to keep up, try to pick things up. Please do, but I may not have the time for you." That gentleman, let me tell you, he got his higher grade students ready to go and rolling with their techniques. And then he made the time during the class to come and work with two other gentlemen and myself. And there is a picture of me actually taking a hit from him. I did not realize until later that there was a slight discoloration. It was probably one of the highlights of my life to be manhandled by him. To be his demo tool. You can't imagine being a young man in 1996 and watching The Perfect Weapon for the first time and thinking, that's a really cool system. I'd like to know more about it. I'd like to know how it was formed. I'd like to know more. And you're watching a man do spin attacks and you're going, but I was taught that spin attacks are slow. And then to be able to ask him many years later, but how do you justify this technique? And for him to sit there and go, here's how you do it. Here's why. It was probably one of the experiences of my life that I will never forget. And we returned to SHOT Show the next day, of course, and that was an experience in and of itself. You had, the year before, they had 65,000 people just attending and checking out all the booths. The booths are on 5 different levels of this hotel and casino event center. It was more than just shiny things that go bang. There were buckles and firefighter gear and Halligan tools. Everything you could possibly wish for as a preparedness-minded person was there. And to be there with NWA Prepper, Babo, Mr. Clean. Three gentlemen who I truly respect. Three gentlemen I'm honored to call friends. It was the experience of a lifetime. And I gotta tell you guys, if you can get outside of Las Vegas and stand on the side of a hill and you look off to your right and you can see a mountain covered in snow, and you look to your left and there's a mountain with nothing on it but vegetation. It is a beautiful sight and a magical place outside of the city. Now, I'll admit, I was a little nervous being inside downtown Vegas and wondering, if an event kicks off, how do we get out? And we debated that. And we said, frankly, we're getting a diesel powered vehicle and we are finding a way out. We're not walking this. This is insane. Traveling. Believe it or not, we got out of Northwest Arkansas fairly easily. Coming back, aside from what we'd been around and the residues, several of us were pulled. Apparently my business cards were packed too tightly and the x-ray machine couldn't tell what they were. I'd also forgotten to take one of my charging stations for my watch out of the bag. So, yeah, that was interesting. Once you're in the air, there's nothing you can do. And while I am a libertarian, I do owe the TSA a thank you. They were not trying to be invasive. They were not trying to be unconstitutional. They were not trying to be anything other than conscientious and to keep us safe. Regulations change all the time. And they have to work within the rules and regs. And they know that people are irritated with them, and they do their best to be polite, kind, and efficient. And I think we don't give them enough credit. I was very impressed with how they did it. So, I'm going to throw that out there. Let you guys debate. Should we give them the benefit of the doubt, or should we give them trouble when we come through? Anyway, guys, it's good to be back. It's good to be with you. And thanks for being here for Prep Talk. I'll talk to you soon.